I've been clean now, like, coming up 4 years. And, like, I would like to say, like, that's when this all, like, started to get back. There was a time where, like, you know, I got so messed up. It got to the point where everything, like, seriously, like, my life was, like, threatened by it. My relationship with my girlfriend was, like, hanging on by a thread. Rick and Megan were, like, on by a thread, you know what I mean? But my girlfriend had actually been talking with Megan, like, trying to get me some help, and this was, like, behind my back. I remember she told me, she was like, I've been talking to Megan. And I was just like, wait, like, because she doesn't know Megan at all, but I was like, wait, what? You've been talking to Megan? Like, you've been telling him, like, you've been telling him I'm messed up? And she's like, dude, like, it's no secret.
I mean, I remember waking up one day, literally, I remember the day clearly, waking up and just being like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, how did this just happen? But at the same time, like, whatever it was inside of me that wasn't gonna, you know, leave him, that wasn't going to, you know, give up, that, you know, really believed in him and believed in, you know, always knew, like, what a great and amazing and sincere and genuine person he was, and that he just got caught up, and hoping and praying every day that, you know, with the little bits that I could help and try to fix him, and the little bits that he was trying, that eventually, somehow, some way, we would make our way out of it.
I think it had kind of developed into, you know, it wasn't about Guy's skate career. You know, I think it was a real concern to Guy's well-being as a person, not necessarily a skateboarder.
They were like, yeah, we've offered, they actually, girls, like, offered to get you some help, like, check you into, like, you know, a facility. And I was like, that was like, you know, I was like, well, like, it's about to be over.
It was actually the week that I was going to celebrate 1 year, you know, clean without drugs and alcohol, is the week that he actually reached out to me through his girlfriend at the time. You know, I basically had went to where he was living, you know, just kind of touch base with him.
Like, I think I was pretty beat up. I was pretty, like, you know, not just, like, I mean, financially, spiritually, just everything. I was just, like, done. I couldn't, like, fight this anymore.
We had to make the road real narrow for him, and we basically, you know, sort of kidnapped his girlfriend at the time, and she came to stay at my place with my wife and I. You know, that had sort of cut Guy's resources off. You know, he was truly left with nothing. We finally got him into rehab.
That was about 4 years ago. It was called Impact, whatever. It was like a rehabilitation center, and I stayed inside there. I lived there for 2 months. That was inpatient, and then outpatient I did 3 months. I had to really stay focused on those 5 months about all of that stuff, and, like, just, like, trying to get my head straight. But I was like, after those 5 months, I was, like, going into Girl. When I wasn't, like, doing the 3 days over there, I would be at Girl, and I would just, like, set up a board, and I would start skating the skate park. And I was like, you know, I'm down to start working here or do something. You know, I could start off with the, like, you know, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I don't know. Do I start packing boxes? Do I, like, help work with 4-Star? And he's like, you know, well, do you want to try, like, the skate thing or whatnot? And I'm just, because he was like, you know, making me an offer. If you want to, like, you know, try to do the skate thing, like, we're willing to, like, give you a chance.
When he came back, there was no expectations for him to do anything. It was more like, oh, Guy's hanging out again. It's cool. It's rad. You know, Guy's here. He's healthy. And that was, like, the only thing at first. Like, that's all that matters, you know.
I just really, like, you know, the skating, like, I watched some videos and I was like, dude, things are so gnarly. It's like, I'm not, like, you know, and I think it all came back to, it's like, dude, people would just want to see you skate. And it's like, I think that once, like, you view yourself as being some type of, like, top skater or something, it's so hard just to hear someone like, oh, they just want to see you skate, man, just go out there. You just don't want to be like some average dude, you know what I mean? Through all of this, I always felt like it was such, like, a courtesy thing and, like, a pity thing, you know what I mean? Because, like, you know, probably at this stage in my life, even, like, now at this stage, like, I'm so insecure and so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel so, like, weird. Like, I just feel it's such a courtesy thing, such a pity thing. It's like they're only doing this because of this, and it's like I still feel that way. When I started skating again, it was, like, super rad because it was Giovanni Retta that actually was like the first like dude that was like, hey, like, you know, like I heard you're skating again, let's go take some photos and shit.
Like fakey big spin flip of that bump the picnic table, and it was actually me, Guy, and Gino. And Guy starts trying it, and I'm calling a filmer to come to Long Beach to film it, and he's like, I'm on the way, and I'm like, Guy, you want to wait? And he's like, oh, no, I'm just gonna do it. Like, if he's here, then great.
There was that one spot, the Hernandez Ledges out in L.A. that was just like a morning spot for us, and then when Guy came back around, we just started meeting up. It was like an every morning, go to Starbucks, get our coffee, and go skate the ledges, and it was just fun. I do remember that. I remember skating the ledges and seeing him like, wow, he looks like he hasn't been on the board for a while, you know? And it like showed. But yeah, gradually it was coming back.
It's rad that I just wasn't like a part of skateboarding so long, and then I started taking pictures with Retta and like Thrasher magazines, just like, you know, if you want, we'll give you this interview, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it was sick, man. They just like, you know, welcomed me back with open arms, and if it wasn't for Thrasher and having that like interview, it's like, you know what I mean? That was like a key ingredient of like all that was to come after that.
You know, Guy was fucked up for a long time, sobered up, and then I just think he just reanalyzed his life, you know, and he was like, okay, I went down this road and it didn't work for me. Now it's like I'm back here to the one place that, you know, always worked for him. And he even told me once too, he goes, you know, I remember when like I was fucked up buying drugs or whatever the fuck he was doing, you know, like he told me, he's like, I always remember thinking like, oh, I wish I was skating, you know, like, oh, I wish I was skating right now.